students, we have discussed about the cytoskeleton, that is the detailed structure, internal structure of cilium as well as flagellum. And then we have also discussed the comparison between the cilia as well as flagella. Now today we are going to discuss about the centriole and basal body, which are also the important parts of the cell, right? Centriole has its own specific role. Basal body is also called as basal granules, has its own specific role. So first we will take up the comparison point of view, that is differences between the centriole and the basal body, a kind of comparison, and then we will move on to the detailed internal structure of centriole and basal body, right? So we will take few parameters in order to compare centriole and basal body. So here I am writing centriole and here I am writing basal body. First difference or the comparison is the location of centriole and the basal body. Centrioles are basically located near the nucleus of the cell. That's why the word that is used is they are perinuclear in location. So first comparison is location. Location of the centriole is basically perinuclear, that is surrounding, or you can write near the nucleus. And in case of basal body, it is located just beneath or below the plasma membrane. So it is located beneath the plasma membrane, right? Second point of differences or the comparison point is the number of centriole and the basal body, right? So second is number. So centriole are generally 2 in number, and these centrioles are basically a hollow tube-like structure, a hollow cylindrical tube-like structure, and both of them are arranged perpendicular to each other. That means at right angle of the 90 degrees. So number are 2 in number. They are hollow cylindrical tube-like structure arranged at perpendicular, or you can also write they are located perpendicular to each other like this. Say for example, if this is one centriole, then the other centriole will be located like this, and surrounding these centrioles there are proteins, that is tubulin protein. Number of basal body is dependent upon the type of cell and the number of the cilia and flagella. So total number of cilia and flagella is equal to the total number of basal bodies. So here it depends on, that is number depends on the number of cilia and flagella. Third comparison point, the parameter is size. Size of centriole is around 0.3 to 0.5 micrometers, and the size of basal body is 300 to 500 micrometers. That means basal body is bigger, larger as compared to the centriole. Fourth comparison point that we can see is the function. We all know that centriole plays a major important role in the cell division, that is the spindle attachment fiber formation, and basal body give rise to the cilia as well as flagella. So the fourth parameter is function. So it helps in cell division, it helps in cell division and spindle formation, that is spindle fiber formation during cell division. Here it gives rise to cilia as well as flagella. It gives rise to cilia and flagella. That means these structures, that is either centriole or that is the basal body, do not move, but the structure that they give rise to, that is cilia and flagella or cilium and flagellum, they show the property of movement. That is, they can move from one place to another. That is basically what I mean to say is they cause the movement of the cell, entire cell, or the cell sap. That is a fluid part of the cell. Examples where these structures are found: centrioles are found in all animal cells except the mammalian RBCs. So all animal cells except mammalian RBC. And I have told you earlier also that exception wherever it is, mammalian RBC will definitely come. Even mammalian RBC, mature mammalian RBC, though doesn't have nucleus also. It is without nucleus. So it is found where cilias and flagellas are present. So it is found where cilia and flagellas are located. That is, you can take example of zoospores, you can take examples of Euglena like organisms where these structures are present, right? Now let us discuss the internal structure of centurion basal body, which are the same. Like we discussed the internal structure of cilium and flagellum, both are same. External comparison point we have already discussed, right? Now let us come to the internal structure of centriole and basal body. So internal structure. Like we have discussed the internal structure of cilium and flagellum, they were made up of the tubulin proteins, protofilaments, right? So total was 9 protofilaments, that was peripheral protofilaments or peripheral microtubules, and the 2 was central. But in case of centriole or the basal body, there are total 9 peripheral microtubules. That is, total 9 peripheral protofilaments are there. Central C1 and C2 are absent. So here 9 peripheral microtubules are present, but the difference in the microtubules of cilium, flagellum, centriole in the basal body is, in case of the microtubules of the cilium and flagellum, it was a doublet, A subunit and B subunit, or A subtubule, B subtubule was present. Here all the 9 peripheral microtubules are triplet. So all the 9 peripheral microtubules are triplet. When I am saying the word it is triplet, that means it is made up of 3 tubulin, that is 3 subunits, A, B and C. That is A subtubule, B subtubule or B subunit, or C subtubule. Again, the number of the protofilaments are same. A subtubule is made up of 13 protofilaments, B subtubule is made up of 10 protofilaments, C subtubule is also made up of 10 protofilaments, right? So if we have to draw the tubule, that is, we know it has 2 arms, outer as well as inner arm, then inner, outer, right? Okay. Then one more you can use. So this is A tubule, this is B tubule, and this is C tubule. Tubule, tubule, tubule I am using. That means the protein that is present is tubulin protein. So they are made up of tubulin protein, and we know 2 tubulin proteins. Important one are alpha and beta tubulin protein. So they are made up of alpha as well as beta tubulin proteins. Right? Here the arrangement is 9 plus 0 array or 9 plus 0 arrangement. If you remember, in case of cilia and flagella, the arrangement that we have seen is 9 plus 2, 9 plus 0, right? Gynoecilia, stereocilia. 9 plus 2 in the gynoecilia, 9 plus 0 in the stereocilia we have seen. But strictly within the centriole and the basal body, the arrangement is 9 plus 0 arrangement only. Protein is same, tubulin protein alpha as well as beta tubulin protein, but these 9 peripheral microtubules are arranged in a tublet form. So 3 tubules or 3 subtubules, 3 subunits are there. In case of cilium and flagellum, A and B tubules are still. Right? So simply, if we have to draw the centriole, which is surrounded by these 9 protofilaments or microtubules, and the mixture is what we call it as centrosomes. So this is 1, then it will go to the 90 degree. Surrounding this there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 structures of protofilament are present, and this complex is what we call it as centrosome. So it is 2 cylindrical structure comprises of the tubulin protein. How many microtubules? 9 peripheral microtubules. Now let us understand the structure of centriole and the basal body. We know that 9 peripheral microtubules are present, right? So simply we have to draw a cartwheel like structure, the same that we have drawn in the last segment, right? So this is 1 inner, B, C, like that. 9 protofilaments are present. 2, this is the third one. 3, fourth one, 5th one, then we have 6th one, 7th one, then we have 8th microtubule, and here we can draw the 9, that is the last one, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Labeling: this is A, this is B, this is C, right? Let us label few more: A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, like that. Now if you remember, in the structure of the cilium and flagellum, the linkers was only AB linker, because only 2 subunit was present, A as well as B. A made up of 13 protofilaments and B was made up of 10 protofilaments or the microtubules. Here the linkers are AC linkers. So when I am using the word AC linker, it means the connection is between A and the adjacent C. So if this is A, I am using the black marker for the AC linker connection. If this is A, it is connected to the adjacent C like this. If this is A, it will be C. Actually we have to label all the ABC. Let us label ABC in all the structures, because we have to show the AC linkers. So A, C, again this A is connected to this C, this A is connected to C, A connected to C, this is C, okay, again A connected to C, A connected to C, A connected to C, A to C connection, A to C connection, like that it is connected. A and C are connected via the structures which are labeled as AC linkers. In the structure of the cerium and platinum it was AB linkers. Here it is AC linkers. Now beneath each A, there are total 9 peripheral microtubule. So 9 A's will be there. Beneath each A's there is a dense material which is present. That structure is called as X body. Right? So beneath each A there is a thickening of the dense material. So beneath each A there is a thickening of dense material. This dense material is called as X body is located. So 9 A's, 9 X bodies. So let us draw 9 X bodies. I am using the marker blue for the 9 X bodies. So this is A. So let us say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So beneath each A, thickening of the dense material is located. This is what we label it as X body. So let us label it as X body. Second structure. Beneath each A we have seen X body, right? Between two X body, one thickening of the dense material is located. That structure is called as Y body. So I am using the red marker in order to draw the Y bodies. Between X body there are Y bodies located. So these all are X bodies. So let us say this is Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Because it is between two A's, we will have total of 8 Y bodies. So between two X bodies there is thickening of dense material which we call it as Y body is located. A subunit is connected to the X bodies. So this is A, 9 A's. This blue one is X body. All the A's are connected to the X bodies. So let us show that connection. Let us say this is A connected to X body. 2, this is A, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So third structure is all the A's are connected to X body, right? You should not be confused. The things that we have drawn with the red dotted structures are Y body. The things that we have drawn or the dotted structures with the blue, they are X body, right? AC linkers, it is clearly visible. X body, we have not labeled Y body. Let us label one Y body. So this is Y body. All the A's are connected to X body. X body and Y body are also connected with each other, right? So X body and Y body, we have to show both of them in a one connection. So blue one is X body and the red one is Y body, right? So let us connect and make the structure. Y body, X body connected, X body, Y body, Y, X, like that. So this is the connection which is, we label it as XY connection. This connection is what we call it as XY connection. Now all the Y bodies are connected to AC linkers. All the Y bodies are connected to AC linkers. These are the red dotted structures which are Y bodies. Y bodies, that means all the Y's are connected to AC linkers. Now where are these AC linkers? Again I am using the blue marker in order to indicate AC linkers. These are AC linkers. 9 AC linkers we have, right? So all these Y, that is the red dotted structures, are connected to the AC linkers. So let us draw the AC linkers. Right? This is AC linker like that. Okay, all the Y, this is X body. So fourth is all the Y are connected to AC linkers. Now from X body there arises a radial spoke, and between the center there is one proteinous material which is a proteinous structure. This structure is what we call it as hub, HUB. From X body the radial spokes arises. So all the blue ones are X body. So from the blue ones radial spokes arises like this. So total it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So all the blue ones are basically the X body, red ones are Y bodies. Right? Fifth, what I have to write? From X bodies radial spokes arises and it goes to the main central proteinous structure, that is what we call it as hub. If you remember, in the cilium and flagellum the external membrane, that is protoplasmic sheath or the plasma membrane was present. Here in the structure of the centriole basal bodies, no such plasma membrane or proteinous protoplasmic sheath or covering is present. Right? This structure will not move at all, but the structure that it give arises to cilia and flagella, they moves. So once again, it is made up of 9 peripheral microtubules. Central microtubules are absent. So the arrangement is 9 plus 0 area, 9 plus 0 arrangement. A, B and C subtubules are there. A made up of 13 subtubule, B made up of 10, C also made up of 10 protofilaments. Right? Now this part is very important, not given in NCERT. Okay? So basically first what we have done is, we have drawn all the 9 protofilaments, all the 9 microtubules we have drawn. Okay? ABC is mentioned, it is labeled in all the protofilaments. Now beneath each A, first of all there are AC linkers. In the structure of the cilium and flagella there was AB linkers. So all these black structures are AC linkers. Beneath each A there is a thickening of the dense material which is called as X body. Right? So X bodies we have denoted with this blue dot structures. Between two X bodies there is one Y body. So Y bodies, that is this Y body, like that. Total 8 Y bodies are present, and that we have labeled with the red marker. All the A's are connected to the X body. So X body is denoted by blue. All the A's are connected. You can see connections with the X body. All the Y's are connected to AC linkers. All the A's are connected to X body. Remember, all the Y's are connected to AC linkers. And from X body, radial spoke arises and it passes or it extends till the central proteinous material of the structure, that is what we call it as hub. So this was all about the centrosome, centriole and the basal body.